Academic Approaches to the Vedic Universe, Part 3. This video is a part of a section of a much longer presentation I made for the Bhaktivedanta Institute for Higher Studies. This follows parts 1 and 2 of that particular section, and this is the last in the set. So please watch and listen carefully, open your mind and enjoy. Druta Micheal Cremo, a member of the Museum of the Vedic Planetarium's Exhibit Committee, acknowledged that much research has focused on the structure of the universe, but he suggested that just as much attention should be given to creation, a prominent feature in Puranic literature. Addressing this concern, Dr. Doug Watson has explored cyclic universe scenarios in his presentation to the BIHS in 2022 towards a comprehensive picture of the nature of space-time and the origin and fate of the universe. He discussed sastric perspectives of a cyclic universe and their teleological implications. And finally, Taruna brahmacari from Bhaktivedanta Manor in the UK has taken up the task to build a physical working model of the geocentric solar system. With some input from Radha Mohan, it includes Mount Meru in the exact centre, with global Earth nearby with its north pole pointing to the pole star. Fascinatingly, the very practical task of getting the planets to move mechanically has afforded them the opportunity to include the vertical dimension as described in chapter 22 of the 5th canto. Earlier we asked the question, how do we deal with the apparent conflict between Puranic cosmology and observable astronomy? In a relevant article by Micheal Cremo, Druta called 5th Canto Cosmology as a Vision of the Virat-rupa, he writes, "The astronomical details should not be taken as imaginative. Understanding this is critical for ISKCON scholars and scientists advising on the design of exhibits for the Temple of the Vedic Planetarium." Following the line of historical research on this subject, the recent re-emergence of interest has spurred over a dozen scholars within ISKCON to delve in. Richard Thompson observed that for centuries, Puranic cosmology has seemed incomprehensible to most, and this has encouraged many people either to reject it or to accept it literally with unquestioning faith. But careful study of the seeming contradictions highlights a number of overlapping, self-consistent perspectives drawing upon the same 5th canto text to model the Brahmanda in different ways. As individuals, we live for a very short time on a tiny globe within the unimaginable vastness of time and space. The insignificance of our position within the universe is mirrored in Sukadev Goswami's quote in the Srimad Bhagavatam 5.16.4. "This material world is a transformation of the material qualities, yet no one could possibly explain it perfectly, even in a lifetime as long as that of Brahma. No one in the material world is perfect, and an imperfect person could not describe this material universe accurately. We should understand that the complete material creation, the Virat-rupa or universal form of the Lord, is forever beyond the grasp of our tiny brains. Perhaps we can therefore accept that the reality of this world can appear differently according to one's vantage point, level of consciousness, breadth of experience, and, significantly, spiritual awareness. After all, the aim of the Bhāgavata Purāṇa is not to provide us with a detailed blueprint of the universe, but rather to encourage us to re-establish a loving relationship with the Supreme Lord and return to his abode. So, As we ponder our place in this vast creation, in all humility, let us pray that for the glorification of Lord Krishna, we may present 5th Canto Cosmology in the temple of the Vedic planetarium, as we have heard, by disciplic succession, Yata Shrutam, and understood by our intelligence, Yata Mati. That's the end. Thanks for watching this particular series of videos. But some will ask, so what is the conclusion? I support the concept of the multiple models theory. That is, that the accounts in the Bhāgavata Purāṇa and many other scriptures deliberately have multiple meanings. Many, but not all, are true. But in truth, much more work is needed. Now, please share with others. Note that this is the website of the Bhaktivedanta Institute for Higher Studies.